Mm.
Hey guys,
Hey, Max.
I was in some other meeting actually. That September something was there, and then I was waiting, and then I came back to this.
Nice, awesome. Good. I realized you might only have the first 30 minutes, if memory serves.
Yeah, I got time till 9 o'clock today. But then yeah, so I don't know if we have time to listen to my updates. Last time I spun up like sample jars on Kubernetes running on my Google. But when I tried to, I got Node, I got Go, and then when I ran that make file, the Go has cached some information, and then instead of GitHub.com, it was going for something else earlier, I guess. So every time I try to do the make file again, it remembers where it's stopped and it tries to continue. But then there are some files where we need to change the config in the go.mod and go.sum, I guess. But then I don't know how to restart completely from the beginning.
Interesting. And of the comment, of the comment that I've made before about ensuring that your Go modules environment variable is there, sounds like that is there.
Okay, yeah, it's taking things, but it has cached some previous run of my make file, and it's getting stuck there. And I would like to see how I can clear out the. When I even say clean, it starts from where it stopped actually. So that is where I have a problem.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head.
I have, as you remember, I told you I got like 4 GB RAM, but that's not a consideration because as long as it runs, I don't care it's slow, but I'll be fine if it runs. But yeah, so the Sako is a new guy or something?
Yeah, he normally joins at this time. He was just chatting with us earlier this morning on some work on the WRK2 work that he's landing now.
Okay.
I think he's going to be joining. I think he intends to demo.
Okay, nice.
But he just dropped offline a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So did I get in late or something? The meeting?
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is no. We're just about 6-7 minutes, or I guess we're about 10 minutes into it. We were mostly just sitting around waiting for him to join.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So I did some research. Initially, it was failing somewhere, so I fixed all those things. And is there? I think I don't know. You or Girish, if you can find out how to restart. Because when I say make file, it's stuck with where it stopped earlier. It has downloaded all other modules except for it's starting to get this specific thing. I sent an email the other day. I guess look what I have here.
So Girish, we don't have a clean operation for our make necessarily.
I mean, if Ramesh, can you actually tell me which operation you tried? Because
okay, so I start the make file when I go to the particular Meshery things, especially for Meshery control. Meshery control, it's trying to execute the make file on it. Before that, it has executed everything. But then, anytime I say clean, right? So there's some command for the cleaning with the Go thing. Still, it starts from in the make file. There is a command for starting the Meshery control and build it. It's failing there actually.
I mean, if I understand correctly, you're using Meshery CTL. Is that correct? The Meshery CTL command?
No, actually, that Meshery CTL command is part of that make file.
And Ramesh, are you in a place to share your screen?
Can you repeat?
Are you able to share your screen?
Oh no, this is my office laptop. I could not bring my screen, but yeah, probably this Friday in the morning when we have a session, probably I can show you. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So I want one question. Like, let's say because I'm doing this Go thing, right? I mean, when I do a make file, Go actually builds all the things, all the modules that is installed, and then actually next time when you do make, it starts from where it had stopped. I would like to see. I want to clean out all the modules that it has done and restart. So there is an option for clean, but when I do clean again, it's trying to look for that Meshery control thing actually.
Yeah, it's interesting. Here, let me maybe share my screen so that we're kind of on the same, talking about the same thing for sure. So here's my terminal. In my environment, I've got Meshery checked out here. Let's check out master, kind of pull down the latest. Anyway, if I take a look at the make file for Meshery, I don't believe that today we have a clean stanza, but and so I guess I am curious as to what the behavior is if you run a make clean. In this case, it says that there are no, there's no rule, there's no clean stanza, there's no clean target. When you do a make clean, do you get?
I don't do make clean. There is a clean command for Go itself where it will clear the cache and restart. I don't know. Let me find out. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I write.
Go clean will actually just delete the created binary if it matches the same name as a folder. That's all go clean does.
Okay.
So,
but how do we undo all the things? Let's say I install Go, right? Then when I do make of this, it will build all the Go modules in the specific folders, right? I would like to start from the beginning actually. Like I mean, is it that I had to delete it myself, or there's a way where Go will actually, when I say Go clean or something, it'll undo all the things it did. Because right now it's remembering what it installed, previously, and it's starting from Meshery control.
Right. No, that makes sense. I think I understand, your question with respect to that. Unfortunately, you have to clean the. So, I mean, you have to do the cleaning manually. So, what Go modules do is, if you have your Go path configured, under Go path, there will be a package PKG folder. You just have to clear it out. You just clean the package, and if you just manually do that, it'll clear it all.
Okay, so we have to go manually do it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, that part, is not, you cannot automate it.
Okay, so the files in the make file or the Go modules, let me put it in the chat window. Okay, 1 second.
Sure.
They have mentioned that we need to have, this might be there in one of your modules for thrift.git, or maybe it's part of some module. So they say that's the git.apache.org is no more available, and we need to have this. Do you know where it is in our modules?
Right. Actually, interestingly, a few hours back, Sako actually ran into the same exact trouble. That's interesting, actually. I mean, so it looks like the github.com Apache thrift repo seems to be there. I'm checking the releases to see.
Sorry,
There is a
guys.
version 0.0. Surprised, that it's not working.
So somewhere in some batch file, this is there, and it's trying to look for it, and especially Meshery control.
Yeah.
So anything, if it is there, we will have to replace it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's a thrift, space version 0.12 and all that stuff. So we just need to make sure it's there.
Right. No, you shouldn't have to manually update anything actually. So you're right. This might be a new problem that cropped up. Maybe yesterday, maybe today. It should be pretty recent. This in the last few days.
Oh, this Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Monday.
Cool. So I think you are. So Sako is actually the main guy, who was working on Meshery CTL. So if at all you want to beat him, he's also right next to you. He's somewhere in San Francisco. You are free to go and beat him. We'll send you the address.
Oh, sure, please.
I'm here.
Hey, Sako, this is Ramesh. How are you?
Hey, good. Thank you. What's the issue now?
When I try to do a make on Meshery, it's got stuck with this saying this this particular modules are not there or the location is not there anymore. So please, it doesn't say replace, but when I go Google, it says please replace git.apache.org /thrift.git with github/apache/thrift.
Yeah, that's what I sent you today, Krish. That's because of the Meshery CTL.
Yeah. It gets stuck with the Meshery CTL because until there it came, and then it says some error because of this
If
particular
you build
module.
separately, you still get the same error?
No, I just do a make on that particular site. So, and the Go will remember all the things it's done so far. So it will not try to reinstall right from the beginning. But then it gets stuck, and then it says starting Meshery control, installation or something, and gets stuck.
Yeah, that's what I sent you, Krish.
Yeah, so right now there is an issue inside of Meshery CTL where we just merged a PR that was dealing with some lint issues. And so Meshery CTL itself, we shouldn't have merged it. It doesn't build. We've been trying to improve our CI process to make sure that before we do any merges, we're confirming that things are built. And so, yeah, if you run just make in the Meshery folder, the first thing it tries to do is build Meshery CTL. And so, yeah, you will crap out. And so I'm sharing my screen right now. And instead of doing just make, I'm doing make Docker. And that's not trying to build Meshery CTL. It's just trying to build Meshery itself. And I think, and so far so good. It's not done, but.
Yeah, it's at this step, where it is doing the real build. So Ramesh, you should actually be trying. Just give me a second. I think we messaged this the other day. You should try the make run local, which is like the run-local. I think that's pretty much what you need. If you do a make run local, it will actually do what you want, because I mean, in Ramesh's machine, building Docker and running it is probably not recommended. Run local is actually needed, for running or for building and running the backend code, and then the build UI is needed for the needed for the front end. So those are the two commands you need, so make run local and make build UI. That's it, so.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'll try that when I go home today.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. Make run local and make build UI.
That's correct.
He will look very good. And then if he hasn't run it ever, for the first time, he'll need to run make setup UI libs, right?
Correct, yes. I thought
okay, first is make run local, next is make setup UI libs, then build UI? Or first build UI and then set up UI libs?
First set up UI libs.
Yeah. I remember sending this somewhere. Where did I send this to?
It is in the contribution guide, I believe.
Okay, sure.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But I think even though it's there, I think what Ramesh was getting hung up on step number one.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't go down all the way. Yep.
Yeah.
He wasn't skipping steps. I don't know what's wrong with him. Very good. Okay, well that's encouraging. I feel like you might have some success. So Sako, though, you said you were running into the same Apache Thrift dependency issue when you're trying to do a build. You know what? Hold on. I think on mute. Yeah.
Unmute. Yeah. I just today run issue and post in English, but I didn't know that it's related to something with Meshery CTL. That's why I didn't check it really.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's I don't think it is related to Meshery CTL because I just did the make Docker, and I'm getting the same build failure on Apache Thrift, git.apache.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one I posted.
I see. Gotcha. So it's like a global issue then. Okay. L2 connect.
Yeah, we had to replace this. Actually, I tried to replace this with what I have, but maybe the location of the, what is it, the thrift, we need to find a location for thrift.git, and we just put it, you need to put it there.
Right. All right. Okay, cool. I'll create a bug and I'll probably look into this right after.
Nice. I love it when Girish gets action items. That's one of my favorite moments. Okay, very good. Outside of that, we do have just about 10 minutes left. Taco, do you want to talk about WRK2, or is this kind of blocking you from talking about it?
Yeah, that was if you wanna see, let me share my screen. So basically, that was the error. That's what I get where the step I was in. But I managed to. 1 second. So I sent the PR, Lee. I guess you.
Oh yeah, yep. I was trying to. I didn't review it. I was just trying to enable you.
Yeah. So yeah, just the thing is, maybe we can quickly confirm that the final output it's getting. So yeah, I just made also minor change which I didn't push, but overall that's gonna be the whole output sending. Like it's multi-server what was having. So basically I end up incorporating all these changes in the one Lua, because you don't run the two Lua script, so you can pick only one. So anyway, I merge the JSON.
I think you're screen sharing, but I can't see anything.
You can't. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. Okay, let me do full share. Desktop 1. Wait, I think desktop. Can you see now?
Yep.
This one? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now, you have one script which takes care for multiple endpoints and in JSON. So, and all the endpoints, I put also part of the JSON format in case we need them. And you can see like YouTube 8, I don't know, Google 10, 4 requests, in total 22 requests should be sent, but it's, yeah, there is a bit value.
So of the percentile count, I'm sorry, of the percentile output down below, that is done as an aggregate of all 3 of the endpoints?
So yeah, that's basically it's all endpoints. Like you see, it started with 8, it's increasing toward it's always that's observation 2 less. Like if it's a total 17, it's coming total 15. The last, that's a percentile per value. Yeah, that's the one we are getting. Pretty much we will need it. That was a step. Then I was trying to make it part of the build. I just changed the Meshery the end repo.
Something that's interesting on here, and I don't know if this is an artifact of being multi-endpoint, but the total requests identified here is 17. But when we look at the 100% value, it says count as 15.
Yeah, that's what I observe. It's always like that.
Oh.
It's two less.
Okay.
Count two less. Two requests less. It's just fixed.
And do you see that same issue when
I think it's just because of timing, the time it's getting. You see, like total request 21.
So I'm curious, if you just do a WRK, if you take off your Lua script
Mm-hmm.
And the multi-endpoint stuff, does this same issue appear?
Yeah, this was. Yeah, we can see now.
Or it might need to be just one endpoint.
Yeah, that's true. Because I take out all the output, so we need that script.
Oh.
Because I disabled all the output, rest of the outputs.
Okay. Anyway, or I guess like, yeah, if you ran the vanilla WRK, do you ever see that? And what I'm trying to figure out is, did we introduce an issue where our for loops or what have you, or, you know?
It's more about the timing. That's where in the script we call the print. So it's just 1, 2 requests before ends. That's I think 1 or 2 requests, just it should be fine.
Yeah. Although
just that's we really, this total request count, that's a time when it's called here in Lua, it's just different. Let's see here. When we call in the C, just it's, yeah. I would say there is time delay between calling that print function.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Although still I'm kind of looking for the answer of like, hey, do you experience this issue when you're without the Lua script, when you're just running upstream WRK2?
So here is the thing. This total request, it's called from, let me open, it's called from the Lua, this one. If you run purely, it will just show you the request, which was, I remember, was the same as, so because we can enable that, the request. We can enable it.
Or yeah, I guess another way of verifying is if you took a Lua script that ships with the project and run its output, assuming that it had total request count in the output, would you see the same issue or not? You're like, I'm trying to figure out, hey, did we create a bug, or is this just how WRK2 works?
So I think if we bring back, that's, I remember that it was same request seconds. Yeah, that's, I think we needed request second thing. Errors, here request, yeah, probably completed.
And by the way, when you're running WRK2, the CLI is still WRK. It's not WRK2, huh?
Yeah, I didn't push that. I was building the locally change and I was building locally where I hit this Apache issue. So it's in my local right now. Change I did. That's for example, I can, and I will show you switch. So let me quickly build it. Oops, sorry, I need this guy. Copy paste. Okay, I think now we are good. Wait. So now we build it. So now if we do WRQ, now you see the request is coming 22. That's that's
Yeah. I mean,
it's you're missing 2 because HTML histogram when we count.
I wonder.
Print. Yeah, that's where we call the count. And
yeah, I know. I mean, so is that our code or WRK2's code?
so this one?
Yeah.
That's double LKT, so pretty much we are calling in the that was the same with the table they were providing. What I meant.
Okay. I guess the thing that will convince me and prove the point to me is when you show me the vanilla WRK2 running and it having the same discrepancy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. That's they have a table, yeah. That's that's I think if I have it in original, I don't remember exactly, but let me give it a try. If
or without the multiple endpoints.
yeah. So that's a table we are getting.
So count is 20, and then the 100% is 20. And I know that the 99 percentile might.
Let's run a couple. Because let's put. Actually, if we bring that one, script
25.
what it shows. Count 13.
Actually, I think
Just increase it. Yeah, remaining time is less. Okay. So yeah, that's count for this guy. Count is 30. It's shown correct, and I don't know if it has the effect because of the stuff that Telos change it.
Maybe, except this, yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you do the same test within Tilo's folder.
So it's count 30, this one too. So now if I bring this guy, okay, let me copy see this script, copy this, copy pass, copy here, and if we do this guy, okay, let's give it a try. Okay, now we have count is 8.
Count is 10.
Yeah, that's the count the same with this guy. Count is this guy. And total request time. Yeah, you see, pretty much we are aligned in the, yeah, with the table it was showing.
But there's the euro, okay. Yeah, not entirely sure what to tell you other than it's confusing that URL one request count is 8, but the total requests are 10. Like, is that to establish an SSL connection or?
Yeah, that's thing like I was doing parity check with this table. That's where I felt we are set in the same column in the same way from that function. But I spent some time over this, and then once I saw all this going with side by side with table, but I knew that 1-2 request that was coming.
It's just that, yeah, it's just that we'll get, I mean, people will point it out, and it'll be an issue where half the point of us bringing in this other load generator is to do even more nerdy things in different ways, and people have to trust that the mathematics are entirely accurate.
But I think we really made a good progress at this point. That having this in JSON format, all this, most of the data, I think that's.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this really is. I mean, not only is it formatting it in the way in which we needed it, but it also is doing it for multiple endpoints. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we just, there's somewhere in there, whether it was like based on the timing, like you were saying, there's somewhere in there where it looks like pretty consistently is off by 2. And it may just be, it may not even be that your stuff is off. It may be that the way in which total requests is being accounted for is different than the total count that goes into the table. So like the total count there in the table is 8, the total requests is 10. So just understanding what the difference is and why there is a difference, and that may be all that's needed. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like you see total count here shows also 8. It's just in the.
But this is done in context of your multiple endpoints JSON. And so yeah, just I think that the thing to prove it is like go get Guillotine's WRK2.
Yeah, that's I just brought that one to original Kimvox one.
Yeah.
I copied just purely the Lua script. Here, yeah.
And it looked if you run it again, I thought it was off as well. I mean, I thought it was on. I thought it was the same count.
So the count?
Yeah, I mean, if you run Kinvolks again, Telos.
Yeah, that's Telos.
Yeah, or Guillotines, either one.
So here is
without the Lewis script. Possible.
Yeah, that's currently showing total 20 and total 20. Total doesn't change. Sinks. Yeah, let's put total 13. Yeah. It's giving the same count, which is when we once, yeah. We are adding that script, we are getting 20, 20.
Yeah, and so the
yeah,
issue,
that's probably issue of this.
Yeah, quite possibly that the total
The
request.
law script.
Yeah, the total requests and the URL request count, those two could be off. Those could be off as opposed to the table and the count below. I don't know. Either way, actually, I should have said this before. I'm 14 minutes late to another discussion.
Sure. Basically, we can we really don't need this value in Lua script. We can just use from 100 percentile, which is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, just we don't need really that value.
And did you? Yeah, is the total request? Is that a variable that you created?
No, it's just calling from summary request.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be good to. Yeah, I agree that like we may not need it. It would be good to understand why it's different, though.
Yeah, then probably we'll sync up with Tilo and see if he has any idea. And we have the latest version, I guess. In case we have also PR, just we will need his help. Yeah, for it.
Yeah, I agree. That's great. It's good to loop in Tilo because it's just good to have him as part of the initiative as well. I'm looking now. Actually, our meeting's going to cut out on us in a few seconds.
Okay, sure. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Hey, it was great meeting you, Sako, and I like to be more of continuing part of this kind of discussions. Really cool. So hopefully I can continue my work from Saturday if Girish can take a look at it.
Yeah, sure, man.
Take care. Nice talking to you. Have a great day. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Nice work, Sako.